Greetings everyone, and welcome to Intuitive Art Mediums for the Taurus New Moon Pick a Card Tarot reading. The Taurus New Moon occurs on Sunday, April 27th at 12:17 a.m. Pacific Time, so be sure to adjust to your location on the planet. I also want to mention that there is also going to be a T-square in the fixed signs with the Sun and Moon conjuncting in Taurus and Pluto in Aquarius, fixed air, and Mars in Leo, fixed fire. The new moon is in fixed earth. Taurus rules the second house. It represents career, finances, your possessions. So there could be some challenging energies with this T-square involving the new moon. You might find it difficult to get things started or to clear things out, because just before the new moon, we have the crone moon or the black moon, which is a great time for clearing things, banishing things. You might find that challenging. And with not being able to clear that pathway, you might have difficulty in getting things started, especially with Mars and Pluto in opposition. Now, Mars and Pluto, Mars is the ruling planet of Aries, but it's the traditional ruling planet of Scorpio, as where Pluto is the modern ruling planet of Scorpio, which is the fixed water sign, and it doesn't have any planets at play with this T-square in the fixed signs. So that might make things a little bit easier for you working with your ruling planets. But know that Pluto is going to have the bigger impact than Mars. Mars is about taking action, but Pluto was discovered during the creation of the atomic bomb, the atom bomb. So great energy in little packages. That is kind of the energy of Pluto here. So you might find this new moon challenging to get things started, especially if you are a Taurus, an Aquarius, or a Leo, or have planets in those signs. So with that said, we have 3 piles to choose from. This is pile 1 with the Untitled stone. This is pile 2 with the black obsidian stone. And this is pile 3 with the moss agate stone. So take your time in choosing your pile. You may be drawn to more than one pile, and that's your intuition letting you know that there's a message for you in that pile as well. Please keep in mind that these are general tarot readings, so only go with the messages that resonate with you. I'll begin with pile 1. There'll be timestamps down below for the other readings, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you were drawn to the Untitled stone, welcome to your reading. We're going to begin your reading by looking at your 3 oracle cards first. And we have the moon set with releasing, We have the full moon in Gemini, embrace the flow of life. And then we have the new moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. Okay, as I said in the introduction, we have a fixed earth sign or fixed T-square in all the fixed signs with the sun and moon in Taurus. And then we have Mars and Pluto in Aquarius and Leo that are in opposition. So this can create some very difficult, challenging energies. So it might be a good time for you to just let things go. If somebody says something nasty, just release it. Embrace that flow of life. Know that this stuff happens. And then at the end of your day, you can meditate and contemplate on what that meant for you. Give it some time to think about it. But this might be a good time to let things go. And because Taurus rules the second house of finances, career, and possessions, this could involve your work, where you work, people that you work with. You might not be seeing eye to eye. Let things simmer, let it go, and then come back to it when this T-square has passed out of Taurus. And as you know, the moon will pass out of this quickly. The sun will be there for the whole Taurus season, and Pluto and Mars will be in Aquarius and Leo in opposition for a while. So this can be a kind of a slow moving energy that you have to work with. So let's get some other oracle cards down here. I am using the Earthly Souls and Spirit Moon Oracle. This deck called to me because Taurus is an earth sign and this moon is in an earth sign. Okay, we have magical. Okay, whenever you do magic in the sign of Taurus, it's going to take time to manifest. Taurus is fixed earth, and it's one of the slowest moving energies. Taurus doesn't move quickly, and any spells that you cast during this time will manifest slowly. And here we have balance at the bottom of the deck. And you might be casting spells to bring balance into your life. Just know that balance is always in motion, so embrace that flow. Give yourself time to meditate and contemplate on the magic and the balance that you desire to bring into your life. Let's get you a card from Career and Life Oracle because Taurus is all about that as well. This might be a good time to contemplate your ideas rather than trying to implement them. And we have for you ending. You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. So that could be what you are going through at this time. and you have to maybe reinvent yourself. You're releasing this ending. And just as Pluto is about endings, it also brings about new beginnings. Endings always bring new beginnings. At the bottom of the deck, we have roll of the dice. Time to put yourself out there. You are hiding your talents, and it's time to take a risk and step into the spotlight now. So, with this releasing or changing of careers, you might be tapping into some talents and skills that you haven't visited in a long time, but now they are calling to you. It's like you're being magically inspired to being given this opportunity to explore those hidden talents. Okay, let's go deeper into this with the tarot. I am using the tarot of the Moon Garden. And we begin with the Fool. Okay, a new journey. Trusting in your magic. The Fool is trusting his journey. He is the beginning of the journey through the entire Higher Arcana cards. Next, we have the Sun. Okay, the Sun is in Taurus. Abundance. The Sun represents abundance. Also, your inner child being protected. Also, clarity, consciousness. Something is going to become very clear to you, and it's going to release all illusions. Next, we have the Nine of Pentacles. I see that abundance is going to be flowing into your life. The Nine of Pentacles is about living in your comfort of luxury, having that extra money to do things, to go on vacations, also to invest in perhaps a new career or a side business that is going to get you through this ending or career shift. Next, we have the Six of Swords, moving out of troubled waters. For those of you who have recently lost your job or your job is on the chopping block, the Six of Swords is giving you this opportunity to meditate and contemplate, to getting out of the choppy waters. Maybe your workplace just had, too much toxicity, and it was having a negative impact on you. And now you're in this in-between of jobs or careers. It's a time to go spend some time in nature with yourself. Retreat for a little while to get back in tune with your own energy and allow these new ideas to flow, because it seems like that you have a really good idea. To me, the Sun is like the light bulb going off for you. And I find it interesting that here we have the Sun with this moon set and releasing, because when the Sun and moon are conjunct is when we have the new moon. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Some of you may be going back to school or brushing up on a new career, building on the foundation of what you already know, or this could be a totally different direction for you. Okay, let's get some clarifying tarot here for you. I do see, for those of you who are drawn to pile 1, that you are embarking on a new journey. Trust this flow. It is going to lead you to success, new understanding. The Page of Pentacles could also be you researching things that are interesting to you, things that you can turn into a business. Maybe it's something that you've always wanted to do, and now you have this opportunity that seems to magically open a door for you to this new journey with the Fool. It's a magical new opportunity. Your path is clear. At least your vision is clear. And you have the finances here to work with that. Maybe some of you might be relocating to a new area. It could be a new state, a new town, a new scene. Some of you might even be getting relocated. On the Fool, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is really beautiful to see. The Six of Pentacles is a card of give and take, but it is also showing me that you have the resources to move forward. On the Sun, we have Temperance. Temperance is a card of self-alchemy, and this is saying spend some time out in nature, get out in the sunshine, and ground yourself on the earth. Here she's in mountain pose. And this is grounding your energy. You're allowing that sun energy to come in through your crown chakra and ground to earth. On Nine of Pentacles, we have the Fool. Okay, this to me seems like it's a lucky break for you. And as I said, there's magic here with the Fool. The Six of Pentacles is giving you opportunities, resources, and all you have to do is be open to receiving. I feel like that you're going to triple your abundance here. And then we have the Ace of Swords on the Six of Swords. I feel like getting away from the choppy waters, getting away from the toxicity, it's going to enable you to focus your mind on what it is you really do want to accomplish. To meditate and contemplate and bring that into focus for you. On the Page of Pentacles, we have the Hangman, getting a new perspective. If you don't like the way something is looking, shift your perspective. For some of you, the Hangman can represent suspension, being, put on hold. And maybe there was a time where you had to put some of your education on hold to take a job with the knowledge that you had. But now it's asking you to return with this Page of Pentacles to complete that education so that you can emerge as the butterfly. Okay, let's get you some Earth Magic cards. because it's always fun to do magic with the moons and working with moon phases. Okay, we have the wolf instinct. Follow your instincts. They're going to pay off for you. Next, we have clouds, shape-shifting. You might have to shift your careers. And this might involve the shape-shifting of how you present yourself for your new career. And this is saying to follow your instincts. Some of you might feel the need to leave a job before you get released. And then we have fog, veiled. And to me, this is saying trust that, because you have the Fool showing up twice in your reading. You're meant to trust what is going to unfold. And with that T-square in the fixed signs, things can be unclear. You just have to trust. Don't rush. Go with the flow of life. Let's get you a few moon magic cards to tie up your reading. We have, oh, here's your artwork. And we have the moon god, rabbit on the moon. I choose to take a higher perspective and widen my views. To me, that is the fog and the hangman over there. Okay, we have this. Now we have Mars coming out of retrograde. It was already in Leo, then it retrograded back into Cancer, and it is re-entering Leo. So this can have an impact for you. Okay, with the waxing gibbous, I am courageous and powerful. Okay, that is like that Mars energy in Leo. It's asking you to take action with power and courage. Courage is there when you are facing the unknown, and it can be a little bit scary. You might be changing and reinventing yourself. And what you're reinventing yourself into is someone who is courageous and powerful. Here is the artwork for your final card, and we have the waning crescent. Gratefully, I surrender my struggle. Releasing. Following your instinct. Is this worth the struggle? Probably not, because you're meant to embrace the flow of life with courage and power. And then the perspective that grows from that courage is going to widen your perspective. It's going to give you a higher perspective. So this is your reading, pile one. I hope that you enjoyed it, found it inspiring and helpful. Please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, take care and blessed be, my friends. Hello, pile two. If you were drawn to the black obsidian stone, welcome to your reading. We're going to begin your reading with your 3 Moonology Oracle cards. And we begin with New Moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. Then we have Moonflower, Take a Risk. And this right here kind of reminds me of the symbols that are on the Wheel of Fortune. So that could be a lucky sign. And then we have new moon in Taurus. Know your worth. Okay, well, this reading is about the new moon in Taurus. Taking a risk with luck on your side. So I feel like that for those of you drawn to this reading, you're getting a lucky break. Let's get you a card from the Earthly Souls and Spirit Moon Oracle. This might be a great time to ask for a raise, you know, taking that risk, knowing your worth, and that luck is on your side to negotiate that. Some of you, this could be playing a game of chance. And we have for you magical. Okay, that is very interesting because this same card came up in the first reading. The bottom of the deck, we have confidence. I feel like that your confidence is magical, or that you have confidence in your magic, which is why luck is on your side. Maybe some of you have been working some magic for luck to be on your side, to get a lucky break in your life or in a game of chance. Let's get you a card from Career and Life Oracle, because Taurus does rule over careers. And it does take confidence to know your worth. Okay, we have education. You may need to take a class or do research to find a better position, or you may find yourself writing a book or teaching others. So that could be that a lucky break could be that somebody is asking you to do a presentation in which you have to research and prepare for. You might need to brush up on your public speaking skills. And this, I feel, is going to bring out something that you really do enjoy. At the bottom of the deck, we do have limitations. Obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought, or simply choose something better for you. Now, with that T-square, with the Sun and Moon in Taurus, and squaring with Mars in Leo, opposing Pluto in Aquarius, you're going to feel those limitations. And I feel like that you're going to find a way to work around that. That could be part of taking that risk. And, well, there's a pathway around that obstacle. Let me try it. It's something I haven't tried before, but let me give it a try. And you discover something about your abilities that really boost your confidence. Let's go deeper into this reading with the tarot. I'm using a tarot of a moon garden. And just so that you know, I do shuffle the cards in between readings. And for this magical card to show up again is magical. Okay, so we have for you the Four of Cups. Okay, with the Four of Cups, even though this card is usually a card of frustration, it can be, mixing the right ingredients to make something right. And maybe you've been experimenting and you haven't quite gotten the recipe down yet, but keep trying, because that is how you're going to get this to work. And for some of you, getting it right could be a magical surprise for you. For some of you, this could be getting your magical spell right. Next, we have the Three of Cups, celebration. Okay, I do like seeing that with luck on your side, because I feel like that there's a windfall here for you, and you're going to be celebrating that. You got it right. And now you're celebrating. Five of Cups would take a risk. With every risk, you are risking a loss, but you have something here that remains. And I feel like that here, with luck being on your side, you may not win the jackpot, but you do win something. And you might win a second prize instead of the first prize. And there could also be, with this, taking a risk that something isn't going to work out how you had hoped. But on the other hand, something else is. It could be like you lost your job and you get the lucky ticket, and it helps carry you through until you can find another job. Next, we have the Six of Pentacles. And here, the Six of Pentacles, it is a card of give and take, but this is you receiving the resources you need. So knowing your worth, this could be that you do get that raise. You took a chance. Maybe you don't get the raise that you asked for, but you do receive something to show appreciation for your work. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knights are instigators of change, and the Knight of Pentacles is at a standstill. This can be a card of static, inertia, being stuck. Or maybe you are just thinking about where you want to plant your seeds, because here he has these fertile fields below him. He just needs to plant the seeds. But maybe where he's stuck at is, what seeds does he want to plant? What seeds are going to bring him future prosperity? What seeds are going to grow in the current weather or season? You're going to be taking a chance. And at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Chariot, which is a card of independence, success, confidence. Okay, let's get you a few cards from Earth Magic. Oh, before we do that, we do need to get some clarifying cards on these tarot cards with the Everyday Witch Tarot. On the Four of Cups, we have the Ace of Swords. Focus on your interests rather than your disappointments. Focus on what you have accomplished rather than that which is frustrating you. And celebrate those small accomplishments. Then we have the Four of Cups showing up again for you on the Three of Cups. I feel like here there might be somebody that you're celebrating with that kind of gives you that positive, negative compliment, that compliment with a little negativity to it. Like, yeah, you won, but you're going to have to pay taxes on that. Or, yeah, you did that, but, you know, that's no big deal. You know, they downplay your celebration. They downplay your lucky break. And that can be disappointing for you with that Five of Cups, because, you know, when you think of your friends, you want to celebrate the good things in life with your friends. You don't want one of your friends that you're celebrating with to bring their negativity into the situation. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And remember, I said that this symbol here reminds me of the symbol that's on the Wheel of Fortune in the Rider-Waite deck. And here we have that Wheel of Fortune taking that risk, risking disappointment, because there is success here. There is a payoff. There is something good. Luck is on your side. Again, you might not win the jackpot, but you're winning something and it makes you feel good. Next, we have the Magician, having the resources to manifest your desires. The Magician works with the four elements. Here we have the Four of Cups here and the Four of Cups here, representing the four elements and how you mix them. The missing ingredient, the Magician knows, that is spirit. For someone who cooks, when you cook with love, love is that secret ingredient in order to manifest that which you desire. You have the resources to do something magical here, pile 2. And then we have the Five of Wands on the Knight of Pentacles. To me, this card could be a card of indecision. It could be a card of too many people telling you different things, suggesting different things. This is where the Knight of Pentacles, step back and listen to your gut. Listen to what your intuition is saying. You can, take the bits and pieces of their messages that resonate with you and put it together in a full message that resonates with you. Just as with these tarot readings, there might only be a few things here that resonate with you. But if you listen or were drawn to another reading, combining the messages of those two readings could give you a broader perspective that does resonate with you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles, which is encouraging you to educate yourself. And I feel like that we should put that there. Maybe for going back to school or researching something. Other people are saying, oh, you're too old to go back to school, or why do you even want to go study that subject matter? What matters is what you think, what you feel about something. And at first, what somebody suggests could be a really good idea, and You might be really, really good at it, but that doesn't necessarily bring you the success that you seek. And you find that, wow, studying that subject matter, you know, it worked out great for me for a couple years, but for, the long run, it didn't serve me. I'm not able to, build a career or support myself with that career decision. And it happens to us. And I feel like that there's magic here for you, lucky magic, manifesting that which you desire. So you might be researching in how you can go into business for yourself so that you can be a little bit more flexible in bringing those ideas together. Maybe you have a couple little side hustles that kind of go together. They're separate. They can bring you a little bit of success separately, but when you bring them together, maybe some of you will be teaching classes on how you succeeded or how you created something. And that brings things together. The Four of Cups that you have here twice is the bringing of things together to make something, just like you have the ingredients to make a cake. Well, you have to mix those ingredients together in order for the cake to manifest. Because with them sitting there, your resources with that Six of Pentacles, if they're sitting there by themselves, it's not going to make the cake. You have to mix it. You have to put in your energy, your time, and your care into that. Now, let's get into the Earth Magic cards. Okay, we have for you Desert with Vision Quest. Okay, with that Knight of Pentacles and having that time to contemplate, that standstill energy, and even with this Ace of Swords, focusing on what it is that you want to manifest. Even with the Magician, decide what it is that you want to bring into manifestation. Vision quests quite often reveal to us our purpose, what it is that we're meant to do, and it can be magical. Next we have Iceberg, Submerged. Okay, this is saying there is more to the picture than what meets the eye. You're not seeing everything. So take that into consideration. And with that, I feel like that could be like this Five of Wands. Somebody's, because the Five of Wands can be argumentative people, people with different opinions, people with different agendas that are trying to guide you. And I feel like that there's something that you're not seeing. So this is why you need to listen to yourself. Give yourself that time to meditate on it and receive this vision quest. And then we have music with harmony. And I feel like that this is about finding the right recipe with your ingredients, the right amount of certain ingredients. So, for example, your cake isn't too floury, too fluffy, or it's not too soggy, and it doesn't rise. I feel like that you find harmony between that which is submerged, the unconscious, and it could be that your vision quest emerges from the what's under the water. Water represents the emotional body, and you do have quite a bit of water in your tarot spread. But I feel like that from your emotions, you get some really good ideas. And it's about bringing those ideas that bring harmony. As I was saying before, you might have a few different business ideas. You know, you might have been successful at selling candles or making incense or teaching classes, but bringing those together creates a very nice harmony. At the bottom of the deck, we have ceremony with invocation. And look, she is working her magic. She is doing crystal magic, doing a crystal mandala. So maybe with this Taurus, sun, moon, fixed earth energy would be a great time to do crystal magic for your visions to become crystal clear. Okay, let's get you a few cards from Moon Magic to tie up your reading. I do feel like that everything is going to work out in perfect harmony here for you, pile 2. Okay, here is your artwork. And we have the moon goddess Artemis. I am connected to the earth and all life around me. The vision quest. Okay, here's your artwork. The new moon. I accept renewal and delight in fresh start. And with that submerged, you know, you're floating. The icebergs are floating, but quite often the bigger part of the iceberg is underneath the water. And think of icebergs, fresh water. They are the keepers of the fresh water on Earth. And here, being connected to Earth, so I feel like you're grounding yourself, spending some time out in nature, and you are getting renewed in that energy, and it's presenting you with some new ideas. Maybe you need to get a little more education on how to bring that all together for you. And your final card, the moon goddess, or the moon god Dionysus. I explore my wildness and dance in pleasure. And how beautiful is that with music and harmony? You have the music to dance to, and it brings you great pleasure. And to me, this is saying that should be your guiding energy. That which brings you pleasure, that which makes you feel good about yourself. The people that want to bring negativity into your happy moment, you don't need that energy in your life. You can reflect on it. It's like, does this resonate with me? Is this well intended for me, for my personal growth, or are they projecting something that they're feeling? So dance like no one is watching. Take pleasure in the music. And with dance, I feel like that it gets something moving within you. It gets your body moving, and it helps you to connect with Earth and all life around you. Okay, pile 2, these are your messages. I hope that you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful and inspiring. And please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, take care and blessed be, my friends. Hello, pile 3. If you were drawn to the moss agate, welcome to your reading. We're first going to look at your 3 Moonology Oracle cards first, and then we'll dive into the tarot. So we have the new moon in Aquarius, open up to change. And as I mentioned in the beginning of this pick a card in the intro, that Pluto is in Aquarius and it's opposing Mars in Leo. So there's that opposition, and the planet Pluto is about change, transformation, endings and beginnings. Next we have a win-win outcome is forecast with the full moon in Libra. And then we have moon magic with transformation. Okay, I find that interesting. As I said before, Pluto is about endings, beginnings, transformation, and Pluto is in Aquarius. So open up to this change. There is a win-win outcome in the forecast. Let's get you a card from the Earthly Souls and Spirit Moon Oracle. And we have for you Radiant. You are shining. You are radiant. And this is that win-win in the forecast, opening up to change. It's like this change is drawn to your light because you are so radiant. We also have an owl, so wisdom. We have a pumpkin lantern, abundance. We have the broom with sweeping away the gloom, clearing obstacles, negativity, creating change, opening up space for change that you want to attract in your life. And at the bottom of the deck, we have an adventure. So maybe you are attracting an opportunity to go on an adventure. Let's get you a card from Career and Life Oracle, because Taurus does rule those areas on the astro wheel. And we have for you offerings. You will be offered a new position or investment opportunity. Think about it and research it carefully before accepting. Okay, this could be a win-win situation. Open up for that change because that could bring about some transformation. And for those of you who are looking for the job that feels right to you, that you are wanting to attract, you're shining your light, you're putting your sign up, and offers are coming in your way. For some of you, it could be that you've sent out your resume and now you're receiving offers in return. And this could be something that The change could be relocation for you, which would also bring about transformation. At the bottom of the deck, we have a great match. You are on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. Okay, I feel like that's a confirmation to what I was saying about being offered a new job that you're going to like even more, or being offered the opportunity to grow your own business, something that you really love doing. And that makes it for a win-win. For some of you, it could be working out of your home. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you want to be there for your children, and you have a business idea that you can do out of your home and be successful. So that's a win-win kind of situation. Let's go deeper into your reading with the tarot. I'm using Tarot of the Moon Garden. And we have for you Temperance. This is a card of alchemy. Something within you is changing, metamorphosing, bringing something together, purifying, an initiation, preparing yourself before you travel on this pathway to the mountains of your hopes and dreams and abundance. You're making the preparation by researching carefully before you invest. Maybe for some of you, it's, do I have the space to do this? Or you're creating a change in your home, maybe a little office space where you can do your work. Next, we have the Three of Pentacles. The dream team makes for dream work. These are people that are coming in to help you. All three are focused on accomplishing the same goal. The Three of Pentacles can also represent contracts. Maybe somebody is contracting you to do some work. Maybe you're an artist, or maybe they want to put an order in with you for a product that you're making. Next, we have the Emperor. Okay, and another thing I want to say about the Three of Pentacles is somebody really likes your product or what it is that you do because you put that little extra special thing in whatever it is that you make or that you're doing. You do so with care. The Emperor, this is ruled by Aries, and the Emperor is about manifesting that which he wants to create, taking action. Though he's sitting on the throne, he is dressed in his armor and he is still ready for action. His shield is right here and his arrows are right there beside him. He can take action anytime that he needs to. Right now, he is at rest, and when the opportunity comes, he can jump into action. Next, we have the Three of Staves. This is a card of patience. Sometimes we have to be patient for transformations to occur. You can't plant a seed one day and expect it to bear fruit the next day. You have to nurture it and let it grow its roots. And then it pushes up from below the soil and you have to let it grow before it bears fruit. With the Three of Staffs, this is a merchant who is waiting for his ships to come in with new information, new products, a new way of doing things, or just fulfilling the orders that have come in. But it is a card of patience, but you have to take action. Okay, then we have the Two of Staves. Okay, this shows someone who has the world in their hand. It is a card of contemplation, but he's sitting up in his castle. This means he has to step out of his comfort zone and go out into the world. This can indicate some travel, some exploring, getting more information, being worldly, understanding different cultures of the world, knowing that just because you're in this one part of the world, we are all human beings sharing this planet. Many ethnic groups, many cultures, many different environments exist on this one planet that we all share. And this is asking you to step out of your comfort zone and explore, broaden your perspective. Just as it says here, you will be offered a new position or investment opportunity. Think about it and research it carefully before accepting. That is what this Two of Staves is confirming. Think about it before you accept that offer. If it is a new position that is taking you to, that's relocating you somewhere else, you might want to research that area that you're going to. Is that an area that you're going to like? It might be a different town, it might be a different state, it could be a different country. But are you going to enjoy being in that part of the world? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. This is ruled by Taurus, and it is the wealthy businessman that likes to invest in arts and sciences, invest in other people that he believes in. This could be part of the offering that is being presented to you. This could bring about beautiful change where you can focus on, and even the Temperance is change. It's a metamorphosis. Maybe this is you reinventing yourself, preparing yourself for a new identity that corresponds and is in harmony with what it is that you want to attract with your radiance. Let's get some confirmation tarot cards here with the Everyday Witch. Okay, this card flipped over, and we have the Knight of Wands, being at the right place at the right time. The Knight of Wands is a card of action, taking action on your ideas, on your inspiration. All the Knights are instigators of change, and the Knight of Wands is about synchronicities. Synchronicities tend to bring win-win outcomes. Okay, then Spirit dropped out the High Priestess, listening to your intuition. The sky is the limit. Open up to the change. The High Priestess, to me, she's much like the librarian. She has all the information at her fingertips, but you still need to research it. Okay, on the Emperor, we have the Ten of Wands. the burden of leadership. Now, this is someone who is just reaped what they have sown, and now they're bringing their harvest home. This is everything that they've worked so hard for. Next, we have the Seven of Wands, standing your ground, standing up for what you believe in, standing in your truth. Now, what is your truth may not hold true for someone else, because we're all individuals. Maybe you are taking a change, having a change of heart with this transformation, also with this temperance. And it could be that those that used to agree with you no longer agree with you because you've shifted your perspective. Next, we have the Fool. A new journey awaits you if you're willing to step out of your comfort zone. Okay, let's get you a few Earth Magic cards. I do feel like that you are attracting something really positive. You are going to have to put the work into setting something up, but it's going to bring about this beautiful new journey. Trust in the journey. Okay, we have wind, activation. We talked about that with the Emperor. He might be sitting in his throne, but he is dressed in his armor, and he is ready to take action when something is activated. Opening up to change. I feel like a wind of change is activating something with you. The Whale, breach. You're breaching the surface, you're rising. And I feel like with the High Priestess here, where the sky's the limit, this whale has broken out of the water into the air. Wind activation, taking in a deep breath of fresh air, and doing so joyfully. There's a breakthrough here with the Whale. So there's activation where you are making a breakthrough. Then we have the Shaman, ancient healing wisdom. Okay, maybe for some of you, maybe you're an energy worker, like Reiki, or working with crystals, or maybe you have delved into ancient shamanic practices. And this can also be a shift in perspective. And because with the ancient healing wisdom, there could be, that activation could come through breath work, because you can alter your state of mind through breath work, and it activates a new altered state within your mind, giving you new perspective. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have rain with purification, which we talked about with the Temperance card, where there is a purification. Purifying something is clearing out the old so that you're opening up to change for something new to arrive. Okay, let's get you a few cards with Moon Magic. I also feel like that with the ancient healing wisdom, dance, shamanic dancing could be part of this transformation for you as well. Okay, here is your artwork, and we have the waxing crescent. Every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. And to me, that goes so nicely with that shaman, the ancient healing wisdom, because that is radical self-love to your mind, body, and spirit. It's bringing that connection. And then here's your artwork. And we have waxing gibbous. Every day I focus on what is important, that breakthrough, getting that breath of fresh air. And here's your final card. And we have the blue moon. I enjoy the serendipity of life. The unexpected can be wonderful, which we talked about with the Knight of Wands. He's the Knight of being at the right place at the right time. He's the Knight of serendipity. And when you are open to the flow, open to this change, it can bring beautiful transformations and offerings. So I'm going to end your reading here, Pile 3. I hope that you found it helpful, inspiring. Feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe to this channel. And until next time, take care and blessed be, my friends.